what many people love about the Wim Hof method is the fact that it's completely free. You can just go outside to the nature and do it. You can just find a cold water and do it. So is it a business or just a natural method?
Yeah, that's a good point. I actually love the fact that it's mostly free. Like if you learn the method, and you can learn the breath work online very easily, you can learn the cold exposure, you can just jump into water. All of that's great, and all of that is free. There are also courses that you can buy on the website, and there's instructor trainings that you can get. And I don't think the prices are necessarily terrible. Like, there was a $99 course that had some questionable material, but $99 isn't so insane. There's also $400 and I think $500 courses as well. I think we're getting into like a little extra, but who am I to say that someone can't charge what they want for their stuff? I will say that the marketing is intense. It is deceptive in my mind, and I think that a common allegation is that it's all about the money. And the reason why that is a statement that I can make is because the way it's run, and it's run by Wim Hof, who is Wim Hof's son, they act very culty. They act in a way that is like minimizing the
responsibility.
Yeah, their responsibility. They're minimizing his negative aspects. They're not presenting a full picture, and I don't believe they really have a grasp on the physiology of the things that they talk about. It feels almost like I don't know, like an MLM, sort of like a Ponzi scheme in a way. I don't think it is a Ponzi scheme, but it's very like internet marketing forward. They have all these click funnels involved, and it's, on one hand, I don't really mind that he runs a business. Of course, you can make money doing the things that you do. On the other hand, there's a lot of command and control and a lot of group think in those organizations where they sort of perpetuate a lie, and I do not like that.
So they cooperate with some universities and they research this method. So why are you saying that they are not sure about the physiology of it?
Oh, I don't think the people inside the method, the people in the leadership, or even, and especially Wim himself, understand what those scientific papers say. I think that these scientists, and for instance, Otto Music, who's if you go onto Wim Hof's Instagram page right now, the pinned photo on the top is Otto Music putting Wim Hof in an MRI in Wayne State University. So, and he did a paper talking about how the Wim Hof method is very similar to the placebo effect, and maybe helps disclose some of the underlying mechanisms of the placebo effect. The paper is pretty good. I've read the paper. I know Otto Music. I've talked to him. And yet when you actually talk to Otto Music, he's like, yeah, they're completely misusing my work. It's not really about the Wim Hof method. It's about any mind-body method that you use. I happen to talk to Wim Hof, and I happen to do this. And Otto says to me repeatedly, and you have him on video. He's saying that he does not want to be involved with the Wim Hof method or that organization anymore because it's all about the money.
So they make it the benefits and everything bigger than it actually is right now proven.
Yeah, I would say in general. And my feeling on the scientific papers out there are that they're promising. Like, there is something to the Wim Hof method. I've experienced it, but there's also objective data to it. And when you look at that data, it's like anywhere from like a C+ science paper to like a B+ science paper. There's no A+ science paper. There's like pretty good. And pretty good is okay for me to try something, right? Like pretty good is okay, but it's not okay to be like, you're going to win the Nobel Prize, which is what Wim always wants to do. He always talks about how he's going to win the Nobel Prize, and he's winning the award. And so he goes beyond the science pretty far in a way that, when making promises to your audience that you can cure cancer or cure AIDS or something like that, and you can't actually do that, I think that's dangerous. And he doesn't say it all the time. That's the other funny thing. Sometimes he says it can cure AIDS and cancer, and sometimes he doesn't.
Oh yeah, that also shows his madness, right?
Yes. Yeah, and it's a hard position for me to be in because I actually really like Wim. Like as a person, I think he's great. I think he's done a lot for the world. I think many people have benefited from it. So like I'm not out here trying to cancel Wim. I'm not trying to be like you're the worst person in the world. It's the thing is that it's sort of like with Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility. And he has increasingly greater and greater power and is increasingly abdicating responsibility. And that's sort of that fundamental problem. And in addition, the people who follow him, they fall into two camps. People are just like want to try some stuff, learn some science, and are pretty rational about what they're doing. And then there's another group of people who are like Wim Hof can do no wrong. And I love Wim because he saved my life and he saved millions of other people's lives. And anyone who says anything wrong about him is Judas. That's cult thinking. That's like look at the comments on any of my YouTube videos these days, and you will see that there are a lot of people in the cult of Wim Hof. And anytime you give your own agency over to someone else, it's dangerous.
Jeżeli dotarłeś do końca, to zostaw w komentarzu taką oto emotkę serca, a na pewno przypnę ci serduszko. Cieszę się, że rozmowa okazała się dla ciebie wartościowa. Nie zapomnij jeszcze o łapce w górę oraz o subskrypcji, ponieważ rozmów takich jak ta będzie więcej. A teraz czas na autopromocję. Część z was może nie wiedzieć, ale napisałem własną książkę. Jeżeli interesujesz się rozwojem osobistym lub jesteś na początku swojej drogi w tym temacie, to ta pozycja jest dla ciebie. Z pomocą Progressus Dux skrócisz sobie drogę o 100-kroć. Streściłem w niej kilka lat swojego rozwoju w 85 praktycznych rozdziałów wypełnionych konkretami. Darmowe fragmenty już dostępne na stronie internetowej przemekwojcicki.pl lub w linku w opisie. I nie jest to żadne zbieranie danych do newslettera, po prostu wchodzisz w linka i od razu masz całą treść. Nie zbieram żadnych maili, nic z tych rzeczy. Książka została wydana w edycji limitowanej do 100 egzemplarzy. Tak się składa, że robiąc ostatnio porządki, natknąłem się jeszcze na kilka z nich. Także na stronie przemekwojcicki.pl znajdziesz darmowe fragmenty, darmowe rozdziały. Znajdziesz również możliwość zakupienia tej książki właśnie w edycji limitowanej, zostało kilka egzemplarzy, oraz w e-booku. Na tejże stronie znajdziesz również transkrypcję podcastów. Więc jeżeli myślisz o zakupie tej książki, to lepiej się śpiesz, ponieważ ilość egzemplarzy jest mocno ograniczona. Miłej lektury i do następnego. Hej!